Hello, and welcome to Holt's Half Hour. A good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to all from old London town. Across a few episodes, we're going to delve into the world of country music and all of its themes. Not for me, I hear some of you saying, but if you give it a chance, you may just be surprised. This selection is going to hopefully showcase the lesser known mavericks of the genre at their rawest and most wild sounding. This curation and collation comes in many forms, such as country music, bluegrass, cajun, gospel, rockabilly, country rock, and even folk. Now some might argue folk isn't country, and others might say, if you know who wrote it, it ain't a folk song. So where does that leave us? Well, most do agree that country music comes more from the gut and the heart than it does from the head, as we're about to find out. Today's theme is the wanted man. Now, trouble is never too far away for country music's lone rangers, and a night or two at the local sheriff's pleasure is worn as a badge of honour. It's deemed a rite of passage by those who have lived to tell the tale, and for those who ain't, well, either they haven't been caught yet, or they're 6 foot under. Starting us off behind bars, we're with Johnny Starr. Now, Johnny blew someone away with no regrets, but now he laments the boredom of his life inside four walls. This one's called Lewisburg Prison.
Here in my cell, it's a living hell. Lewisburg Prison. Behind a wall of stone is my home. Was my life or his'n? Yeah, with his charms he won my wife. With a gun I took his life. Now I'm paying for my crime. Here in the pen, doing time, and I know damn well it's a living hell. Lewisburg Prison. La 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 la. Lewisburg Prison. April 7, 1971. The mom from her son. Well, here I am in a pen. You can say I told you so, and you be right, you know. You said that woman wasn't no good from the start, but I couldn't tell that to my heart. Yeah, when I found her in his arms and he challenged me with a knife, well, I lost my head and now he's dead and I am doing life. Yeah, here in my cell, it's a living hell. Lewisburg Prison. I stared the wall and I walked the floor, cussed the guards and the bars on the doors. It's hard to say what I really think. Right about now I sure could use a drink. But I'm praying someday that a pardon will come. John, your son. Here in my cell, it's a living hell. Lewisburg Prison. La 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 la. Lewisburg Prison. Yeah, I'm sitting here but that old hop out. Lewisburg Prison.
A return to the show now for Sanford Clark with It Ain't Nothing to Me. A cautionary tale delivered to a chancer at the bar who's picked the wrong lady to try his luck with. Sanford warned him, and now the chancer is dead. There's added gunshots in this one, just in case you didn't know how it went down.
Take your drink to the end of the bar, buddy, let her stay there. Now don't be a fool. I'd as soon have a hot seat in Sing Prison than to sit down by her on that stool. What's that you say? I guess you're right. It's nothing to me. See that man? She belongs to him. Buddy, better drink up and go while you can. I can tell by the way he looks at you, buddy, that he's sure a quick-tempered, jealous man. What's that you say? I guess you're right. It's nothing to me. There you are, stretched out on the floor, buddy, now you see what you made him do. Here they come to take him off to jail, buddy, and tomorrow someone will bury you. Oh well, that's life, or it was. It's nothing to me.
Perhaps one of my favourites, that one. Now, there's hard men proving their metal in bars, and then there's straight up wackos. Eddie Nowak sings about the latter in our next track. This murder ballad has become a bit of a cult hit in recent times, despite not doing well first time around on K-Arc Records. This is Eddie Nowak with Psycho.
Can Mary fry some fish, Mama? I'm as hungry as can be. Oh, Lordy, how I wish, Mama, you could keep the baby quiet, 'cause my head's killing me. I seen my ex last night, Mama, at a dance at Miller's store. She was with that Jackie White, Mama. I killed them both, and they're buried under Jenkins' sycamore. Don't you think I'm psycho, Mama? You can pour me a cup if you think I'm psycho, Mama. Better let 'em lock me up. Don't hand the dog to me, Mama. I might squeeze him too tight. And I'm as nervous as can be, Mama. But let me tell you about last night. I woke up in Johnny's room, Mama, standing right by his bed, with my hands near his throat, Mama, wishing both of us was dead. You think I'm psycho, don't you, Mama? I just killed Johnny's pup. You think I'm psycho, don't you, Mama? you better let 'em lock me up. You know the little girl next door, Mama, I think her name is Betty Clark. Oh, don't tell me that she's dead, Mama. Why, I just seen her in the park. She was sitting on a bench, Mama, thinking up a game to play. Seems I was holding a wrench, Mama, then my mind walked away. You think I'm psycho, don't you, Mama? Didn't mean to break your cup. You think I'm psycho, don't you, Mama? Mama, Mama, why don't you get up? Say something to me, Mama. Mama, why don't you get up?
Next up, Truman Mulkey is all ears as his old friend tells him he's better off turning his back on trouble than fighting it. The wise friend is still haunted by the ghost of a man he once killed. One of only 2 of Truman's 45s off of Cotton Records, Georgia. Perhaps he was scared stiff after that.
While dining in a small cafe one day, I chanced to meet a friend. We talked about our childhood days, and then his story began. Then his story began. He told about that fatal night, the crime he had done. He said if I could relive my life, I'd turn around and run. Turn around and run. Said I had to kill in self-defense, so in a year they set me free. But I'm thinking about the life I took, my conscience still haunts me. Constantly haunts me. Each night when I go to my lonely room to rest my weary head, I see the ghost of the man I killed standing at the foot of my bed. Standing at the foot of my bed. Listen, boy, let me tell you, before you use a knife or gun, it's better to be called a coward. Just turn around and run. Turn around and run. Turn around and run.
Up next, 2 heavy hitters who need no introduction. The heat is on these wanted men, and there ain't many places left to hide.
Wanted man in Indiana, wanted man in Ohio, wanted man in Texarkana, wanted man in Mexico, wanted man in Sacramento, wanted man in Old Cheyenne. Wherever you may look tonight, you may see this wanted man.
Wanted man by Lucy Watson, wanted man by Jeannie Brown, wanted man by Nellie Johnson, wanted man in this next town. But I've had all that I wanted of a lot of things I've had, and a lot more than I needed of some things that turned out bad.
Wanted man in Sacramento, wanted man in Tennessee,
Wanted man in
Oklahoma,
Cincinnati,
wanted man in
Muskogee,
history, wanted man in Indiana, wanted man in Old Cheyenne. Wherever you might look tonight, you may see this wanted man.
Well, I went to sleep in Shreveport and woke up in Abilene, wondering why the hell I'm wanted at some place halfway between. So I went on to El Paso, stopped to get myself a map, went the wrong way into Juarez with Juanita on my lap.
Wanted man in Indiana, wanted man in Mexico, wanted man in Milwaukee, wanted man in Buffalo, wanted man in Minneapolis, wanted man in Old Cheyenne, wanted man where you might look tonight, you may see this wanted man.
Wanted man in Milwaukee,
Wanted man,
Bangor, Maine,
wanted man, Missouri, wanted man in, wanted man, Buffalo, wanted man in China,
Jackson,
wherever
in Gate City, Bristol, Kingsport, Norfolk, Hibbing, guys.
Bob Dylan and Johnny Cash there. Now a lot of these boys got the grit in their gut and the spit in their eye when they were sent off to war. Here, Bobby Bond flips the angle of approach as he recalls the memories of his son lost in battle, evoking imagery of the white horses pulling a casket. Waylon Jennings also does a nice cover of this one, but here's Bobby with 6 White Horses.
Come here and look through the window, Marie. Open the shutters, tell me what you see. Was that his knock that I heard on the door? Or is it 6 white horses coming up the road? Come here and touch me and say that it's alright. You know that to my eyes the days are as the nights. And read again the letter that tells me where he's gone. To hell with the fighting, I want my son home. I taught him to fish and I taught him to be strong. And I taught him that killing any man was wrong. But tomorrow in battle I'd run to where he stood, if the help of a blind man would do him any good. Last night I went to his room for a while and touched all the things that he used as a child. And I rocked the cradle where he used to lay, and found his 10 soldiers and threw them away. Come here and look through the window, Marie. Open the shutters, tell me what you see. Was that his knock that I heard on the door? Or is it 6 white horses
to our next track and another case for the boys in blue, as murder is afoot. Here's Gentle Ben with Someone Broke in Our House Last Night.
The neighbors said it must have happened before the sun came up. Me and Mama was sleeping, never heard a sound. How they got in, we'll never know. They never left a trace, not a fingerprint or footprint in the new fallen snow. To get upstairs they had to pass my room and all the guns on the wall. To find their way in the dark, they must have been here before. His billfold was full of money, his gold watch and his chain were lying out in the open, but it wasn't what they came here to take. Someone broke in our house last night. The doors and the windows were all locked up tight. And a thief never thinks of the pain he'll leave behind, like the pain they left for me, Mama and me. When the angels broke in our house last night and took Daddy away. The angels broke in our house last night and took Daddy away.
Now, I'm not pointing any fingers, but our next character does make a living breaking and entering, and it sounds like he's still at large. Here's Mike Yeager with The Invader.
I'm the invader, an alien being. I got no heart, I got no soul, but an evil mind. I'm the invader, an alien being, and I'm seeking out the lonely every night. You wouldn't know me if you saw me. I look like any other man. I might live down the street, and you might call me friend. But there's one thing for certain, and it's crystal clear to me. I'll be somewhere searching out the lonely. I'm the invader, an alien being. I got no heart, I got no soul, but an evil mind. I'm the invader, an alien being, and I'm seeking out the lonely every night. No one knows where I come from or where I'll go from here. You might stay home with her tonight and show her that you care. You could come home unexpected, trying to beat that rising sun. Two shadows there in a dim-lit room, and watch me start to run. I'm the invader, an alien being. I got no heart, I got no soul, but an evil mind. I'm the invader, an alien being, and I'm seeking out the lonely every night.
Coming towards the end, we're on the run again with Weston Howard singing Wanted Man in Tennessee. Perhaps that's why he recorded it up in Illinois. Here, Weston tells us how he had to leave his life behind after letting his knife do the talking. Here's Weston.
I left my home down in Nashville. I left a good woman waiting for me. I left my knife in a man for a barroom Cajun queen. Now I'm a wanted man in New Orleans. I know my good woman's praying for her man that's gone wrong. I know my little boy keeps saying, when's my daddy coming home? But those long roads of steel keep them moving me along. I'm a wanted man, and Lord, I wanna go home. I left my soul back in Nashville. I left my freedom in New Orleans. I left my mind somewhere outside these prison walls. Now my body's locked in cell block number 3. I know my good woman's waiting for her man that's gone wrong. She's spending most her time raising our little boy that wants me home. And late at night I pray to God someday they'll set me free. 'Cause I'm still a wanted man in Tennessee. Yes, I'm still a wanted man in Tennessee.
After all that, we're back where we started, behind bars. This time we're south of the border in the old T-Town Poke, with a country rockabilly hip shaker for you from Johnny Bond. Now Johnny's in a jam and it looks like he's going to have to wait it out. Here's Tijuana Jail.
Well, I went one day about a month ago to have a little fun down in Mexico. I met a friend who knew the town. He said to come with him and he'd show me around. So here I am in the Tijuana jail. Ain't got no friend to go my bail. So here I stay, 'cause I can't pay. Just send my mail to the Tijuana jail. Well, my friend really knew his way around. We hit every joint in old T-Town. We ended up in a gambling spot where tequila flowed and the dice were hot. So here I am in the Tijuana jail. Ain't got no friend to go my bail. So here I stay, 'cause I can't pay. Just send my mail to the Tijuana jail. I was shooting dice, raking in the dough. Then I heard a whistle blow. I started to run when a man in blue said, "Come, senor, 'cause I want you."
Just $500 and they set me free. I couldn't raise a penny if you threatened me. I know 500 don't sound like much, but your friends disappear when you need a touch. So here I am, all alone and broke. My body will freeze in the T-Town coke. So here I stay, 'cause I can't pay. Just send my mail to the Tijuana jail.
Let's go, senor. Elvis Presley, she put up your bail, I think.
Now that brings us to the end of another episode. Enough time served there amongst that lot to scare any man straight, I'd say. Join me again next time for another country collation. Until then,